How is anything supposed to get anything done if the majority work 9/5s? As the title says, if the majority of essential day-to-day services, banks, doctors' offices, government buildings, city and state services, etc., are only open from 9/5, and the majority of office workers also work 9/5, how the shit does anyone expect anything to get done? Ever? I've always worked nights, so it's never been an issue for me personally. But my fiancé works a 9/5, and I end up running most of the errands because, naturally, she can't be anywhere before their offices close. Makes no sense at all in a system USA that offers so very little in terms of mandatory PTO and sick time. Because our lives were structured based on a one-income household, so the other person is not supposed to be working and can handle the banking, insurance, etc., etc. The 40-hour workweek was designed when most workers were men and had a housewife doing the cooking, cleaning and going to the bank and such. What till you find out school hours are like 9 a.m. 3 p.m. and parents are supposed to work within that too. Usually people take a half-day leave to do those sort of stuff. My wife and I will do chores and grocery shopping on the weekend. Saturdays are just for chores basically. Welcome to hell. Run errands over lunch break or weekends. Or just tell your coworkers you're going to be late on mon or leave early wed cause doc appt. I switched my schedule to Tuesday sat years ago. Everyone always has a Monday available. Also no long waits anywhere. No crowds, etc. I get off Saturday early enough to go do Sat night stuff. Chill on Sunday. Barbecue, football, beer. Stay up late. I don't get the dreaded have to go to work tomorrow Monday blues. You need to take time off in those situations. But there are other ways. Doctors' offices can do virtual visits, which makes it easier. Banks are open on weekends, etc. Those is how I've done things as a person who works 9/5. Go to work an hour late and skip lunch. Go to work an hour late and stay an hour later. Go to work an hour early and take a 2-hour lunch. Go to work an hour early and leave an hour late. Take a 2-hour lunch and work an hour late. Take a 2-hour lunch and work an extra 15 minutes the other 4 days a week. I will come in earlier, stay late, or take a shorter lunch to make up the time missed for an appointment, and I will try to schedule my appointments either first thing in the morning or near the end of the day. If it's a longer appointment, then I will take a half day. I just took a half day last week to get a tattoo. Try living in Vienna. Stores all close around 7 p.m. and all closed on Sundays. Drives me nuts. Thankfully my work is pretty flexible, so I'm able to get some errands done during the day. Office workers are salaried and thus have flexible days a lot of the time. Even in the US. Which is a lot better than Reddit would have you think. Thank God I'm not the only one who noticed this lol. I guess because very few people need to go to government offices and doctors on a daily basis. Banking can be done online, which saves a lot of headaches. If I have to go to the dentist or the DMV, yeah, I need at least 1-2 the day off. And there's ways to do that even in jobs with 0 PTO sick days. 9/5? You getting a paid lunch? My jobs have always been 8/5. For the most part in salaried white-collar office jobs. Nobody cares if you duck out during the day to run to the bank, the doctor, etc. That sounds depressing if true. I work a 9/5 and every time I needed to visit the doctor or pick up a package I would just text on the office Slack channel going to the doctor, see ya guys in 2 hours, and that was that. Sometimes I would stay to work later to make up for it, but not every time, as I usually finish my tasks on time. Hell if I know. I'm in my 40s and still haven't figured this out. Silly you. You aren't supposed to do anything other than work. How else will you be exhausted enough to not fight back? Yeah, I miss working night shifts so I could use normal people services during the day. Now that I work a normal people job, I feel like I have to use PTO for anything I need to do. My husband works swing shifts, so he doesn't do anything usually for the house, but his work APPTS he does before work. For me, I work longer hours than 9-5 now, but every other week I have a weekday off, so I do all our stuff during my lunch hour or on my off day. I can flex and shift my hours as needed though, but I still do pick up orders and anything else on Saturdays. Because businesses still don't want to move on from the 50s and then wonder why they're all going bust and being replaced by modern online brands. The system was made for single earner 2 adult households. The stay-at-home person does the errands. What do you need to do regularly that you can't do online? All my banking is online. All interactions with Gov can also be done that way. Most people don't go to the doctors regularly. Not from the US. But it's never been an issue. I've always worked from leak 6 or 7 till 330 etc. 9-5 Monday to Friday would be a dream. Try working 40-hour weeks in retail where one shift can be 11 a 8 p.m. one day to 6 a.m. 3 p.m. the next. While there is a lot of people that work 9-5, I don't think it is a majority of people anymore. I work an office job but from 7-4. It is nice because I usually have that last hour to run errands. Also, I feel like more places are starting to close a little later. Being salaried, I used to make appointments first thing in the morning or as late as possible in the afternoon. Now that I'm hourly, I do similar, but sometimes I will stack multiple things and take a half day off. I have a job with the 2-2-3-1 2-hour schedule, but I work 60-hour weeks on my weekday days off. That's when I do those things if I need to. We work 6:33. The internet can do almost everything you need to do 9-5. I'm on a 980. So I'm off every other Friday. I do a lot of my home stuff, errands, appointments, etc. on those Fridays. A lot of those have some openings on Saturdays. I have off work Mondays, so I just schedule every appointment then. Well, the sensible option, though definitely not doable in America, a fake, is you tell your boss, hey, I got appointment tomorrow, so I won't come in, be late, go early, be gone for an hour. I just scheduled to get tires in the middle of the workday. My coworker offered to leave work so they can take me back after I drop the vehicle off. I just take a break and go get groceries, whatever I need. There are fridges at work no one uses, so I shove it all in there. There are also pickup options, which I do after work. And yet, somehow the shit gets done. Many banks are also open on Saturday mornings. Many doctors' offices are open on Saturday mornings. That the neat part. Grimace. I'll never go back to full-time work. Only 4 days a week for me now. I only have one life. I don't want to waste it away working. I bring this up all the time. The only time people actually need the bank is 7-9 am and 5-7 p.m. But they open 10-4. Like WTF? You just tell people at work need to go the doctors. We'll be back in an hour. That's it. It's a non-issue. Well, somehow things still get done, so yeah. The majority doesn't work 9-5. Lots do. But not even close to a majority. Figure it out? Big part of being an adult is solving problems and making things work. Well, it used to be. I just take some leave to get any of those things done.